the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now when
can you guys see that? It's my first regen I've had in a while. Alright guys, it's Sunday. We are heading to Utah. Probably gonna stop in Ogden and then make the last little hour trek to Salt Lake City Monday morning. Drop this broken boom lift off at the auction. But yeah, so far so good. Beautiful scenery. Enjoying the trip. So it's gonna be a good day. Seahawks are playing today, so I might actually stop early, maybe in Idaho Falls, and watch the Seahawks game. I'm not really sure. I do have the NFL pass where I can watch it anytime, replay, so we'll just see how the trip is going. The only thing I'm concerned about is that Sunday, and normally people reset their clocks over the weekend like I did. So if there's not a lot of parking available in Salt Lake City, or not Salt Lake City, in Idaho Falls, I might think twice about continuing to Ogden, Utah, but we'll see. All right, little morning sunrise coming up here in Idaho, Utah area, but got 3 hours to our destination, so we can get there early, drop this off, and have plenty of time to pick something up and get back on the road today. So wish us luck. All right, we made it to Ritchie Brothers here in Salt Lake City. Salt Lake is over there, I guess. Saw some water earlier. A lot of nasty swamp, desert stuff. And this part of Utah isn't really the prettiest, but I don't know. We're gonna try to get this thing unloaded quick. It's almost 10:30. Well, I didn't get footage of them unloading it. The guy kind of snuck up on me and snagged it off the trailer, so I wasn't prepared, but everything went good. We're gonna go check it out at the gate, make sure our paperwork's all squared away, and then literally right across the street there's a Love's, so we'll go over there, park up, and see what we can find on the load board. All right, before I forget, it was 671 miles, averaged 9.2 miles per gallon. Paid $1,500, $2.23. So wasn't a great load as far as per mile goes, but it was more about the mileage to get the money. Now I'm looking over here in Utah and it's very surprising. There's 8 different brokers trying to move the same load, and they're all being different. The first time I saw the load, they were advertising $7 a mile. Then after I did some investigating, realized, oh, it's 2 stops, and they calculated the mileage to the first stop, not to Billings, Montana, essentially another middle of nowhere place. So I put in a couple quotes on it, but man, this same load, 8 different brokers, the rates are all over the place. So even if I meet what they're asking, accept what they're asking, the best one was King of Freight. They were offering a pretty good price. I still wanted more, but even if I accept what they're offering, I'm still not sure that I'll even get it, because there's 8 different brokers trying to get this for cheaper. Very confusing. I've normally seen a lot of stuff coming out of, the Salt Lake City area. So maybe everything already got scooped up this morning. It is now noon. But I'll keep trying. I'm see if I could just accept the highest offer for this load and see if it even goes through. At this point, I don't even think it'll go through, because people are trying to get you to move it, or get me to move it for $500, $600, $700 cheaper than what it's worth with 2 stops. So keep that in mind. All right, guys, it is the next morning. We got a load to pick up. It's about an hour away from our location last night, so we're gonna go pick that up. We do have to tarp it, but it should only be like 4 feet tall, so it should be pretty easy to tarp, and it's only 7 feet long, so shouldn't be a big issue. And yeah, let's go get this load. There's the Salt Lake. You can see the reflection as the sun's coming up. Pretty interesting. Now that's a money shot right there. Good morning. Heading to Linden, Utah. Alright guys, we got loaded up. It looks like it's steel grating for a platform and steel grating for stairs. They got the cleats, so you got nice grip walking on it. Got this second piece elevated so it's flat, or pretty much flat. 4 little bundles, total of 8,000 pounds. Now I gotta tarp it. I just wanted to show that I did get 1 strap over the individual bundles, and then I got another strap going over the top. Pressing the whole thing down, so should be nice and secure, but it's not moving, it's heavy. So let's get some moving pads on this so we don't cut up our tarp, and tarp this up. All right, we got it all strapped up, loaded and secured. I think it's a pretty good tarp job. I did use my tarp that has 6-foot drops, because this one has 8-foot drops, so it was a little bit easier. The excess drop here, use a strap to hold it down. Got all this nice and tight, and then all the extra back here, same thing, got a strap to hold it down. Got my blankets on top so it doesn't get cut up. But yeah, we're all done. I'm gonna get some water and hit the road. All right, we got a long way to go. 6-hour drive. I gotta call the receiver. It sounds like they stopped taking trucks at 2 p.m. and I'm not supposed to get there till 3 p.m. So when I get to Boozman, Montana, I'll hit the truck stop, fill up, because I looked on Google Maps. Lewistown is like in the middle of nowhere. There's no trucking stops, there's nothing out there. So I want to make sure I have plenty of fuel. I don't want to depend on finding a random mom and pop truck stop out there. And I'll call the receiver and see if I can get squeezed in. Otherwise, I'll try to figure out some information from them if there's anywhere up there that there is a mom and pop truck stop where I can stay for the night. Because from Boozman's the last truck stop, and then it's like 200 miles up into the mountains in the middle of nowhere to the destination. And I'd rather be there first thing in the morning if I can't get unloaded today, just to give me some more opportunity to get a load. So we'll see what happens. Alright guys, we got everything unloaded. He's got it palletized over there. They get them on pallets for final delivery or whatever they're doing. Gotta put this tarp away. But I wanted to show you, you know, we're in the middle of nowhere. You can see mountains, nothing but farmland, some farms, some cow haulers. There's nothing out here. We are in the middle of nowhere. The town here is super small. The guy here was saying that they have a town pump, you know, so I could go there, but the truth is, I drove through town and I couldn't go there. If I would have came here last night and got delivered, which sounds like I could have got emptied around 4:30 at the latest. But it would have been an hour or two just to get to like a way station parking area where they have a big empty parking lot for when they shut down the highway in the winter. And it looked like there was maybe a restaurant, but it was closed when I went by, so it would have been a gamble. And I don't want to gamble. I want to be able to have a bathroom. I want to be able to get food and all that. So it's unfortunate how timing and everything worked out, but I got this down so I can fold up this tarp and get that put away. And we'll see what's going on. Hopefully we're not spending the weekend here in Montana, but we're so deep in Montana, might have to. I'm gonna go ahead and expand my search radius to 500 miles and try to get something booked, because we're definitely in it, and I don't want to deadhead forever to get up on out of here. Also, this weekend is the last day of the month, which means it's the last day of third quarter, and I need to file taxes. So it'd be nice to find a truck stop or a rest area that has nice seating, nice area where I can sit down and process all my paperwork to file my taxes. So let's get back to it. Burning daylight. I just hit the road, I forgot to tell you. It was 633 miles, average 10.5 miles per gallon, so the gas mileage was really good. Paid 1,300 bucks, so wasn't the best paying load, but due to better gas mileage, it should be a profitable load. I will do the math for you when I stop. I just hit the road and totally forgot. But as you can see, we're not in an industrial area. We are up in the mountains in Lewistown. I looked for loads, did not find any, so we're gonna go ahead and deadhead to Missoula. That's where normally loads are, so hopefully we could find something out of there for tomorrow. Tomorrow would be Friday. That would be great. Otherwise, I don't know, might deadhead to my grandma's for the weekend. We'll see what happens. Low morning sunrise gonna happen soon. You can see the sky starting to light up here in Great Falls. I decided to stay here because I have gotten some loads out of Great Falls, but I did end up booking a load for Missoula. It is an asphalt paver. It is on tracks, so it can go up the ramp. The only thing is, based on videos and images I've seen, it looks like it has pretty low ground clearance, so I'm not sure that I'll be able to get it up the mega ramps. But the broker gave me an extra $200 to do my best to attempt everything I can with using some dunnage to get it on. And then he said, worst case scenario, you know, if you can't figure it out how to get it on there, no big deal. He'll pay me for my time. So at the end of the day, it's a win-win situation, which is real nice. So we're gonna go ahead and head to Missoula. It's about a 2.5 hour drive, and try to get this thing loaded up. I'll let you know how it goes. Hopefully it goes well, because I'd like to make another $1,000 today. Alright, we'll see you there. You know, as I'm looking at this moon, I know the sun's rising behind me, but some theories just aren't making sense anymore. We were taught that the moon is reflecting the sunlight, but how can the moon be reflecting the sunlight if there is no sunlight at night to be seen? So the sun can't be reflecting the moon. That makes no sense. The moon, as scientists were saying before NASA supposedly landed on the moon, they were saying the moon is a self-illuminating body. It has the ability to illuminate. and they were saying that you can't land on the moon. So there's just a lot of weird things that just don't make sense, but the more and more, you know, you just live life without being in the matrix, sucked in the system. Once you're out of the system and you're just kind of enjoying life, not stressed about life, you start noticing little things, and it just makes you think, what is the truth? All right, guys, we made it. We're gonna attempt to do something that hasn't been done before. At least I haven't found it. We're gonna attempt to load asphalt paver. It's a Lee Boy 1000G, weighs about 11,000 pounds. And we're gonna see if we can get it up these mega ramps. It looks promising, but not sure. I'll let you know as we get into it. All right, so far we have failed. I just put my dunnage away. He's gonna get some smaller pieces. We tried running it the long way with the track, but the problem with that is it kept the same elevation, and the black deck there was hitting this. And all right, guys, well, as expected, you can see him over there, didn't work out. We got almost halfway up the trailer, but the lumber we're using, as soon as he got off the lumber, it was really back heavy, and so it just tilted straight down into the ramp and wouldn't go anywhere. And there was really nothing else we could do. And then when he pulled it off, the dunnage that we used to try to get it up actually ended up getting stuck underneath the machine. So I'm glad we stopped there, because it was getting to that point where we could potentially damage something. And at the end of the day, I wasn't loading it. I gave some advice and some feedback, safety stuff, and we tried some ideas that he had. And at the end of it, once his ideas failed, I just had to let him know it's not worth it for me for this to get damaged trying to load it, because one, if they damage it trying to load it, they can potentially come after me and my company for damages. So it's just not worth it. And then at the end of the day, I don't want to damage my trailer either. So I'm gonna hit up the broker, let him know it didn't work out. He's gonna pay me for truck not used. I'll get 200 bucks for giving it a shot. I was coming in this direction anyways. It's a beautiful sunny day. We're gonna go down the street to the truck stop, see if we could pick up anything else out of this area. If not, might just go to Coeur d'Alene for the weekend.